His vultured eyes made him anxious. He feels paranoid. He need to fix it. Does he need to kill the old man? The sound is getting louder and louder. It was the beating of his heart, which was coming from under. The evil eyes made him do it. Telltale Heart is a story by Edgar Allan Poe, which is about depicting the workings of inner madness instead of diagnosing the illness. The story is about an unnamed narrator who was living with an old man. There was no relation set up or depicted by Edgar in the story, but with the ways the narrator was taking care of the old man and have access of his house and his rooms, that setups that he might be the caretaker of the old man. So what happened is the narrator used to love this old guy very much. He was not fond of his wealth or anything. He just lives peacefully with the old man until the eyes of the old man started making narrator feels anxious. The old man has this strange looking eyes that narrator describes vulture looking eyes, which he find evilish. So he decided that he will need to get rid of those eyes. He will need to get rid of his problem, which is making him anxious. And the only way to get rid of those eyes was to kill the old man. And the narrator in the story describing that it was a very normal thing. Like, he was not mad saying that he need to kill the old guy because he has the problem. And here he is proving that his point is very valid to kill the man, to attempt a murder. And this act is described as sanity for him, because he said that no man who is insane would say that would plan a perfect murder like the narrator did in the story. That ironically depicts that he is actually have the most insanity. So what happened is that narrator got anxious with those eyes. He's very paranoid towards those eyes. He have obsessive fixation towards those eyes. So he decided that he will go to the old man's room and will kill him. So he attempted killing the old man 7 times. As every night when the old man sleeps, the narrator visits his room with the lantern and goes in his room, which was completely dark, and tried to kill the old guy. But he didn't able to kill the old guy. Why? Because the old man was sleeping. And when he was sleeping, his eyes were not in the awareness of the narrator, which was the only motive for narrator to kill the old man. So when he was not able to see the eyes of the old guy, he can't be able to kill the man, because he don't have problem with the man, he have problem with the eyes. Insane. What happened? At the 8th night, the narrator visited the old man again, and he find that the old man was awake this time. Why? Because when the narrator slowly opens the door, he heard that someone is asking who's there. That was the old man who is asking who's there. The narrator feels sympathetic because he know that the old man has this gut feeling that he was going to die today. The feeling of death, which was also ironic. Like, why the old man have this feeling that death is in the room? The old man have this feeling because he might feel that narrator was not sane. He might feel something off about the narrator. So whatever it is, the old man feels very furious. He is very much frightened because the loud beatings of his heart can be heard by the narrator. So what the narrator did, he feels sympathetic towards the old man, but still he chuckles like an insane man. He then stood there without answering, and the old man was not being able to see the face because of the pitch darkness. For a whole hour, they stood in silence. Nobody speak. And then the narrator, with a rush, attacked on the old man and attempted murdering him with suffocating the old man. He tried to suffocate him until the loud beats of his heart stopped. He goes complete silent, and the narrator came back to sanity again. Then only he describes us, the audience, the readers, that he was not insane doing that, because an insane man cannot be able to bury the body so perfectly that no one could ever get a clue about it or a single stain of blood. So he describes that he perfectly cut the pieces of the old man's body and buried him down in his own room. And the story shifts to the next morning. The narrator had visitors. 2 policemen who had been informed by the neighbor of the narrator that in the narrator's house there was some screaming. So the police came to inquire, and the narrator very calmly greeted them and made the policemen go around seeing, inquire the house, and he even offered them chair in the old man's room as well. They sat, they speak, they have conversation. With the calm gesture of the narrator, the policemen were at ease that nothing actually happened here, as the narrator also informed the policemen that it was he had screamed last night because he had a bad dream and nothing else. The narrator again feels paranoid. He again starting hearing voices. His hallucinations started. He feels like the beating of the old man was still in the room. The voice of the heart beating gets louder and louder, and that's make narrator very anxious, and again he hit with another attack of insanity. He feels paranoid that the policemen were aware of his action and they were like judging, because paranoia is a situation where it's an illness where the person feels that the people in front of him or her was judging him or her, was meant a kind of harm to the person. So that is an illness, mental illness. That what a narrator feels in this particular situation, and he thinks that policeman was aware that he had done a crime, but was pretending in order to make fun of the man, in order to make fun of the narrator, in order to attack the narrator or threaten the narrator in any way. Thus the narrator get very violent and started screaming aggressively, confessing his crime, that yes, I killed him. Means he described that how he killed him and then buried him down in this very room. So the story focuses on the narrator, who is an insane man trying to prove his sanity throughout the story by giving ironical proofs, like killing a man perfectly, having the cause to kill someone, or like burying properly without leaving any kind of clue. So the kind of illness, mental illness described in the stories are hallucinations, obsessive fixations, then paranoia, etc. So obsessive fixation is a disorder where the man or a human is very much obsessed with a certain thing, and that obsession made the person fix that thing, and that fixation can be murder too. Like the narrator fixed those vultured eye by killing the man, so that he can never open those eyes again. And then we see paranoia, which is a situation where the person feels that he is getting judged by others. He is feeling threatened without any reason, without any logical explanation. So that is what happened with the narrator. He feels threatened from those vultured eyes. Then again, he feels threatened from the policemen without any cause or reason. Then we have this hallucination problems. So hallucination, he was hallucinating the sounds, the louder beatings. Then again, he was hallucinating when he said that he can hear the sound from evils and he was getting the sound from hells and heavens. So that is a superstitious reference in the story to describe that the illness was very severe. So that's it for today. I hope you are loving the stories and my explanations. Stay connected for the next one too, and do comment if you have a certain kind of preferences to hear about.